Alright guys, today I want to talk about one of my favorite topics to talk about, and that is coming up with your brand or identifying your brand in your rap career. What's going on? It's Pimp Fried Rice. Welcome to the Music into Millions podcast, the show where we give independent rappers the tools and resources needed to be successful without waiting on a record label. Like I said guys, we're going to be talking about what is your brand as a music artist. How do you find out what your brand is? How do you stick to that brand? And how do you know if your brand is good and something that people are going to stick to and feel polarized towards? Well, if you stick around to the end of the video, you're going to know the answer to all those questions. Before we get into it guys, make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, and I want to give recognition to the shout out of the week. So shout out to you. If you want a chance to be shouted out on Friday's videos, all you got to do is share this video to your Facebook or Instagram and tag me in it. That way you have a chance to be shouted out in the video like this. Alright, so the way that you figure out your brand is actually pretty simple. It just requires some self-inflection. You got to look into yourself to figure out who it is you are and what it is that you like and what it is you're going to choose to focus on when it comes to your music and your content. So the first question that you need to ask yourself is, what matters to you? So now, even though we're all in the music industry, certain people focus on certain things in the music industry. And now there are some people that their main focus is on the music itself. These people really want to make the top product. That is where the most of their focus is. Then there's some people, yes, they make music, but they're more focused on the style. They're people that are also dipping their toes into the fashion world. They always got a crazy outfit on. There's some people out there that literally just want to put you in a specific environment, take you to a specific world. I would say that's artists kind of like Travis Scott, where he's painted the whole environment of like Astro World. I would even say that's artists like Tyler the Creator, who brought you into like their Camp Flog Gnaw environments, where it's like whenever you're dealing with these artists, you see them in a specific environment. Like when I think of Tyler the Creator, I think of like the Golf Wang Cats and flowers and bright colors and like this whole aesthetic. But you need to think to yourself, what matters to you as an artist? Are you going to be the person who's focused on really making the top quality music? Are you the person who, is maybe more focused on having fun with fans and making good content, but you also make music as well? That's a big thing to figure out in the beginning, because that's going to be a huge determiner of what your brand is. And now, don't feel like you have to be alienated to one of these things. Like, oh, if I'm the music guy, I can't also create a world for my fans in the environment that they're in. You can have a little bit of both. You're just going to focus more on one than you would on the other ones. So think to yourself, what matters to me? Is it the music? Is it the visuals? Is it the personality? And then once you figure out what means the most to you, double down on that, because that's that's going to be the core of who you are as a brand and as a rapper. So that's what you need to focus on. Like with me personally, I would say I focus a lot of my energy into the music itself, because I'm not the type of person that's like, oh man, I gotta have the freshest outfit. I'm also not the type of person where it's like I'm really focused on putting my fans in this specific world. I put a lot of my focus on my content and my music, because that's the type of stuff that I like to do. That is my branding. My brand is I like to have fun. I'm goofy. I skateboard. I watch anime. I draw. Like that all ties into my brand, because you can see I'm fun loving, but I also like to educate people. I'm focused on positivity and stuff like that. These are all core aspects of who I am as an artist. And once you figure out what matters to you, now you got to ask yourself, what makes me different? Now this is a big one, because a lot of times people are like, well, they try to hide the things that makes them different, because it's like, I don't want to stand out or be weird or people to laugh at me or poke fun at it or this be my flaw. A lot of times the thing that you think is your flaw or that sets you apart and you're self-conscious of it or you're not the biggest fan of it, that usually can be the thing that's going to propel you forward, and that's actually going to make you take off faster, because people are going to connect with it or they're going to recognize it as a staple of who you are. Like for example, Playboi Carti has that mole or whatever it is on his cheek. It's like the dark patch on his cheek. People notice that. People have actually done like silhouette pictures of Playboi Carti where it's completely black and then that's just like a colored spot right here, and you can almost always know exactly who it is just based off of that one thing. I'm sure that growing up, Playboi Carti was self-conscious of that. I'm sure he didn't like having that on his face. I'm sure people poked fun at it, but now there's plenty of people that they see that as his trademark. They know when they see that thing on his cheek, that's Playboi Carti. There's plenty of things you can use that set you apart that's going to elevate your brand. For example, Brother Lynch Hung, who is a rapper that portrays himself as this cannibal and this killer and this like real horrorcore style rapper, has these really fucked up teeth. Like they're all over the place. But he uses that as part of his image. He says the reason he got these teeth is because he, is a cannibal and he chewed people's flesh and all this stuff like that. And so his teeth rotted and they kind of just misshaped and everything like that. And it's like, yeah, that's a flaw that he probably had from birth or, from later on, early on in life. But he used it to his advantage. He now crafted that into his story and has used that to set him apart from other people in the rap world. What makes you different? And guys, it doesn't always have to be a flaw. That's just me trying to help you to see things from a different perspective. Don't look at everything that you have as like, oh man, I got these weird teeth, or I got this weird bald spot, or I got these weird tattoos. Like that all becomes a part of your brand and who you are. Another great example of this is there's a rap group called Odd Squad Family, and one of the rappers in there is named Nubs. And he literally is a rapper that is just nubs. Like he's a body and then he has little stubs for all of his limbs. He doesn't have legs, he doesn't have arms, but he uses that as his image. This guy still rolls blunts, this guy still does like cartwheels and rolls around and raps and tours and has fun, and people appreciate him for not cowering because of what makes him different. He accepts it and embraces it and is now blowing up on TikTok from videos of him doing stuff with his nubs that normal people can't even do. Use what makes you different to elevate your brand. And then lastly, you just want to figure out, what do you like to put energy into? Because the things that you put energy into are also going to tie into your brand. So for me, I like to put energy into skateboarding. I love to skateboard when it's good weather. I don't like skating when it's cold. I tried to go the other day and I was like, fuck this. I was outside for 10 minutes and ran back inside. But I love anime. I like to watch that kind of stuff. I like to put anime music videos behind my beats and stuff like that because it's something that I'm attracted to. I want to put energy into it. I like to draw. I like to, do art and stuff like that. I put energy into these things. I put energy into making these videos because I like to learn myself. So I assume there's other people out there like me who like to learn, and that becomes a part of my brand. I'm the guy who teaches rappers how to be successful. That's like you guys see it in the intro of this video. That's literally what I do, and I love that. Put energy in. What do you want to put energy into? Once you figure that out, that becomes a part of your brand. If you're a basketball guy, make basketball a huge part of your brand. If you're the type of guy that did, NASCAR racing when you were a teenager with your grandpa, talk about that in your brand. Make it something that applies to you and then double down on it. The things that you put energy to in a regular everyday basis are the things that should be a huge part of your brand. One of the reasons I have a dinosaur tattoo, guys, is because I love dinosaurs. I put energy towards dinosaurs. As stupid as that is, that's something that sets me apart and is a part of me, so it becomes a part of my brand. Do you guys get what I'm saying here? Branding is literally identifying things about you that make you different, make you unique, and that people are going to connect with, and then just putting it out into the world. So that is how you figure out what is your brand as a musician. Guys, I have 2 announcements for you. So the first announcement is I'm going to be making a change to this channel. So I want to make the best videos possible for you guys, and I feel like with me doing 3 videos a week, it is a little bit overwhelming with all the other stuff that I do, because I actually became an artist again. Like, I'm releasing music and doing all that type of stuff, which ties into the second announcement I'm going to give you guys. But so because of that, I'm going to drop the channel down to 1 video per week, and I'm going to make it a higher quality video. I'm going to try and do my best to make the video as good as possible, as opposed to just kind of rushing through these 3 videos to give you an okay product. I want to give you a great product. So hopefully you guys are here for the transition with me. Hopefully I can give you guys some better content. I'm still going to be available on all my social media throughout the week and everything like that, because I don't want to lose contact with you guys. But I have to drop it down just for, I want to make the quality better for you guys, for me, and for everything's sake. And the second announcement, like I said, guys, I'm an artist again. So I actually just dropped my first single last Friday. It's called Pineapple Game Part 2. I'm going to leave a link down in the description box. I want you guys to check it out. Show some love to it. I would love if you guys check it out. Give me some feedback, because like I said, I'm back in the artist realm, so this is cool for me. Guys, have a great rest of your weekend. I will see you guys next week, only one time, but it will be a higher quality video. I'm not sure if I'll be dropping on Monday, Wednesday, or Friday, but I will keep you guys posted. See you guys then. Yeah. Peace.